Welcome to Lesson 7 of Relational Awareness. Today's lesson is about exposing the great problem of domestic abuse in the world today. Evil cannot be overcome when it remains in the dark. Therefore, we must shine a light on it. Christians are called to be a light in the world, but most churches completely avoid discussing this issue. How can we be a light in the darkness when we avoid going into the darkness or when we deny its existence? Ask God to reveal to you His heart about domestic abuse. Ask Him to teach you to recognize abuse and respond to it His way. In today's lesson, we will compare the descriptions of godly living with ungodly living found in Ephesians chapter 5. Verse 7 tells us not to partner with the disobedient. When we choose a spouse or a good friend, we must be sure that the person is obedient to God and that they are not just someone who says all the right things or who knows a lot about the Bible. Verse 11 tells us to expose evil deeds. Evil behavior is when one person deliberately mistreats another person. It is also when a person sets themselves up as their own God and expects others to treat them as if they are God. Only God is God. We cannot be our own God, and we must not allow another person to take the place of God in our lives. Today, you will read an interview with a teenage survivor of domestic abuse. Domestic abuse is prevalent in teen dating. Teenagers need to learn about healthy and unhealthy relationships so that they do not become victims or abusers. Will you be part of teaching them? Now, think about what you will do if you witness domestic abuse. It's fairly easy to recognize physical abuse, although sometimes we can miss it or dismiss it. Did you know that punching walls, slapping, shoving, spitting, and poking are forms of physical abuse? For some people, these behaviors seem normal because they may have been raised in a home where they were commonplace. What can you do if you witness domestic abuse? Call 911 only if physical violence is happening at that moment. Carry domestic kindness resource cards in your wallet and discreetly pass them on to victims. Give the victim your contact information and tell them that you are there to listen without judging them. Thank you for caring enough to get involved, and remember, if you can be anything, choose to be kind.